It is Sunday, June, I wish. I don't know where that came from. January 22nd, 2017. And I'm walking down the Saginaw River to see if I can find any fossils. I usually come away with some nice pieces down there. So when I get down there, I'll take some more images to show you. It's very nice here today. Overcast, a little bit of fog, and 45 degrees. Not bad for a January 22nd in Michigan. Okay, I will be back with y'all shortly. This has nothing to do with finding artifacts and fossils, but I'm going to show you this old sign that was painted on this building on the riverfront. And it was for Crudely radio, gas, vendors. It's a large sign, and these old signs that were painted on the buildings lasted, it seems like, forever. And then up above it is another sign, which is, I can't read the first part, but it's a manufacturing supply company. But Crudely was an awesome brand of radio back in the day, one of the very best. And I just wanted to show that to you. Okay, I'll be back with you in a little bit. Here we are at the Court Street Bridge, Saginaw River right below it, of course. And someone has, of course, done a lot of decorative graffiti. Look at his face over here. I think see if I can get a close over the graffiti face over there. It's kind of cool, almost evil looking. Yes, and then but all the pylons and what have you have been painted, as you can see, and some of it shows real artistic talent, to be honest with you. And anyways, a great deal. No, let me rephrase it. I have a large collection of artifacts and relics that came from underneath the old bridge when it was tore out here, and the new one constructed. Some really cool stuff, and I've got to do an updated video about that soon. So I'll be back with you in just a moment. It's almost eerie, the haze that's hanging over the river today, the fog. And here it is, January 22nd. There's patches of ice floating by, but usually right now the Saginaw River is frozen over solid. This little bit of snow you see here is all I've seen on my walk. There's just not much left because it's been such a curious winter. But I'm going to walk on here and we'll see if we can't find some fossils today. And when I get back home, I want to show you the artifacts that I found yesterday on my January 21st unbelievable artifact hunt with my friend Gil Alberg. Usually you can see clearly across the river. It's just really incredible what this winter has been like. I'll be back with you. Well, I'm not going to be able to get down there where I usually look for fossils because the river is high. Down there, where you see that little patch of ice, can usually walk right down to there and look. But the river is higher than I expected it would be, because we certainly haven't got much precipitation. But I'm not going to chance, going over the bank here and looking for anything. I already had one bad experience today looking for stuff. So anyways, I guess this just didn't pan out for today. But later in the spring, when the river's back down, I'll try it again. Now there is a spot right up here that I'm going to look at where some might be exposed enough to look for fossils. We'll see. See, right here is where I found some nice pieces before with Gil one day. But again, it's pretty high. And then over here, what's this? Oh, I thought at first this was part of a crinoid, but it's not. It's old cement, actually. But yeah, like I said, it's just not worth trying to get down there with all the muck that's down there. Actually, Alright, I'm back home now, and well, I didn't make any mega finds, anything earth-shaking or shattering. I will show you some of the finds that I made yesterday and today. The ones I made yesterday I've already bagged and labeled to go into my collections, but today, let's start there. This is a really nice fossil coral. It's a squat specimen. It was a single polyp coral, meaning that it lived by itself, unlike many corals which are hundreds if not thousands in formation. So this skeletal coral piece would have had in the top here what looked like an anemone with tentacles that caught its food. Really nice find, actually. I've only found a couple of those over the years. Then today, also, this is a Flint Pick. The very tip of it, unfortunately, is broken off, but it's still a very nice piece. You can see how it was worked on all sides. And this is particularly pretty kind of flint. It's a banded flint or chert. I don't know where it originates from. These finds were all made, again, on railroad tracks locally, where I have found literally hundreds of artifacts in the last 2 years. Then, here are two nice flint cores. You can see on this one where pieces have been broken off to make tools. This one also, this is again the banded chert, a very pretty type stone, and I can see why it was attractive to them to use. Here's a blade that could be argued that it was a broken piece. I don't think it was. Obvious cutting edge, and a person could get a real grip on it to cut things with. I think we'll go to the bagged items next. Well, I guess I should take them out. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I've taken these out of the bags so that I can show them to you better. This is a nice, really nicely worked scraper, and it's again of that nice banded chert. You can see on the edge where it's been pressure flaked is broken. This area over here is missing, but it still would have been used in this even in this broken state. It would have been hafted into a handle, and it's a really pretty piece. Of that same kind of chert is this deeply notched tool with high polish. I believe it was probably for woodworking, or possibly working on shafts. You can see in here there is pressure flaking to sharpen that notch. And let's turn it over. And again, it's got that banded pattern to the chert. Here is a small spear point. Now, it shows along the edge here again, pressure flaking. It would be too thick to be an arrow. It could, though, be used as a spear point, and I believe that's what it was, notched here and notched here. It would have been hafted and set into a handle. Again, that very pretty banded chert. This piece is a broken, I believe, broken celt. Although it could be a couple different things. Let's talk about it for a second. This edge here has been sharpened, brought down to a beveled edge, which could have been used for cutting. But also, as you look at it, this is grooved. And I'm thinking that on this side, that where it's broken off, that it had another groove. And if that were the case, it would have been a hafted hammerstone. So it's problematical, but it was definitely altered by the hand of ancient man, but problematical as to what its use was. I'm kind of tending towards a grooved hammerstone. Oops, I feel like knocking something over and breaking it. This is a unique set. You find a lot of nutting stones for grinding, or for breaking open acorns, walnuts, whatever. I'm trying to find a way to get this to stand up for you, but I guess I'm not going to. This piece would have been, this is different in that it would have been handheld. You can see where it's been worn down inside from use, and the matching stone, of course, nutting stones were also called sandwich stones because they are generally, not always, but generally when they're found in context, are found in pairs. And so this is a pair that I found there. It's an interesting, really interesting, because I found other handheld ones, but this is one of the few. Then, interestingly, from this, from the railroad tracks, I have found a number of shards from stone bowls, and I believe that's what I have here. I believe it's the part of the base of a stone bowl. You can see how the bottom is thicker, and it's been taken down here. And again, no doubt in my mind that is part of the base of a prehistoric stone bowl. And the last piece I'm going to show you is this. It's crudely grooved hammerstone. You can see the grooving around it here, across here. Not so much on this side, but it was grooved here. Would have been hafted and attached to a wood or bone handle and used for hammering, or could have been used like a war club. Since I don't know from the area that these stones originate in, it's kind of difficult to say exactly what the purpose of it might have been, but it's definitely a grooved piece, though I would have to say crudely grooved. Well, that's what I found yesterday and today. Hope you enjoyed taking a look at it, and if you have any comments, please feel free to leave them in the section below. I always love to hear from you and the comments you have. Let me show you one other thing. This is just a piece of old railroad tie wood, but it's so honeycombed with cells that I had to pick it up. I'll use it in something. Don't know what, but it's such a unique, rustic and weathered piece. Okay, that's it. Have a great night, and God bless.